Preparing to live stream the meeting? Oh, we're live. Preparing to live stream the meeting? All right, guys, I'm just testing something out. Anyways, welcome to Math 111. Hopefully, we're live. Oh, great! It's gonna talk over me. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Okay, bye. Look at it. It's live streams and live streams. Anyways, welcome to Math 111. I am so excited to have you in class. If you would go to Canvas, what I'm going to try to do in this video is just welcome you to the course to kind of go through some of the things that I would normally do on a day where we talk about the syllabus. There is a lot to talk about in this class, but I recognize that some of you may be joining totally online this semester, which is fine. We can work with that. I actually think, yeah, we can do a good job of that in this class. So I'm going to click into Math 111's Canvas here, and I'm going to pull up the syllabus. All right. The syllabus is just going to help me think through things to make sure I don't miss stuff that I'd like to tell you. Okay. We do meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. Up in the Dertha Computer Lab on the 3rd floor. I have 2 office hours every day, every weekday. The afternoon office hours are a little bit different just based on my class schedule. But I would love to see you there. I do want to say this like right from the get-go, especially in this context where we are masked and apart from each other and all that stuff. Coming together as people and interacting, having face-to-face interaction, even if it's at a distance, I think is important for our emotional and mental well-being. So I'm going to try to do as much as I possibly can this semester synchronously so that I can be listening to what you have to say and we can have a discussion together rather than it just being totally just all about whatever I have to say. So yes, and we have been encouraged to do office hours virtually when possible. So here is a Zoom link. This is my personal Zoom link. I think it's the same one that we will use for class. We're gonna have a Zoom session for every class that we have. But anyways, this is college algebra. Honestly, the topics that you study in a college algebra class aren't too different from, the algebra that you would study in high school, except in this context, we're gonna, cram everything that may have gone into, 1 or 2 years of high school into one semester. And so we're gonna study college algebra as efficiently as possible. I believe that I've set up the course so that you should be able to make progress according to your own pace. So if you are comfortable with algebra topics, you may start into Khan Academy, which we're going to use for this class, and make a lot of progress real fast. Actually, in this class, it's possible to finish early. If you finish all of the course requirements and you achieve mastery of this topic or all of these topics, I would be happy to, approve what you've done and wish you well in the future, whatever math you might be doing. So yes, we're going to be primarily using Khan Academy. There's not really a textbook for this course. There are a bunch of student learning outcomes. For this semester, let's focus on trying to master some math content, and please be willing to get help from me and to talk with me regularly about how things are going. So I have done college algebra before in a lecture type context. And, you know, what I found, especially at the college level, is that, you know, students would come in with different strengths and weaknesses of what they've already learned and what they haven't totally mastered yet. And, you know, a lecture type format was not necessarily meeting my students' needs that well, because some of my students already knew what was going on, some of them didn't. And if you already know what's going on, then it's really boring to be, you know, talked to about something you already know for a long time. So this way, we're doing it self-paced. There are videos that are there to help you along the way if you want. But mainly, I think that, you know, the big selling point of taking this course at Milligan is that I'm available to help you. And, you know, maybe even your classmates are available to help you. But yeah, I'm available to help you. I want to help you. So please use me as a resource. There are 14 units of Khan Academy material. And why don't I just go ahead and get onto Khan Academy real quick. Let's click this Algebra 1 website. So when I'm talking about units of material, each one of these boxes is, no thanks, a unit of material. So right now, Algebra 1's looking pretty sad. I've only got 21%. That could definitely be improved. So this box is a unit, this box is a unit. There are 14 of these different topics in our algebra course. This last one, irrational numbers, is just 2 little sections, 2 little skills of practice. So don't worry about that one. That one doesn't have a unit test or anything like that. It's just all of these ones that have the bars. Khan Academy is set up so that you gain mastery points as you work through problems. So you'll be able to see your mastery points for each given section. Some sections are longer than others based on these, you know, numbers of mastery points. One of the big numbers that we'll be looking at is the sum of all of these numbers come here to your overall course percentage. This is a number that I would like to see to get up to, you know, 90% by the end of the semester. And that is because I think a realistic expectation at the end of this course is to have, you know, a mix of these skills at 80% mastered level and 100% mastered level. So real quick, I'm going to click into the first unit, Algebra Foundations, and look in here. On the right-hand side, you see your skills. On the left-hand side, there are videos and articles that, you know, you can use to learn, but that's not primarily what I expect you to do, especially at the beginning. You can see that here I've got mastery, complete mastery on all of those, 100%. Here it looks like I haven't done anything, and here on this skill I have 50% mastery. That's the first level. The levels go 50, 80, and then 100 with the crown. And yes, I would not expect you to start in and just start watching videos and doing exercises skill by skill. The most efficient way to make progress in Khan Academy would be to go down to the first quiz first. And what the quiz will do and why it's really nice is at one time you'll be able to work on multiple skills. So doing this quiz will actually get me credit for all of these. And I've already got credit in those, so why don't I do a different one? I'm going to go down to quiz number 2 because I could definitely gained it, or definitely stand to gain some credit in all of those. So real quick, let's see what a quiz looks like so that you can see what's going on. Goodness. All right, so we're simplifying this. You can fast forward through this if you need to, but I'm going to do these real quick. We've got a negative 8p and a negative 4p there, so it's negative 12p. So B is off the list, and D is off the list. So it's just these two, negative 4 and negative 2, so minus 6. Boom. Yes. Let's keep going. Which are equivalent? Definitely equivalent. No, that's too much. Yes. Those cancel. Noise. 3.4 minus 1.3. We can do this. 21. 2.1. Yes. Simplify to create expression. Okay, let's check the K's real quick. So that's plus 25 and minus 8. So that's 17. So cross those off. We just got this. So we need to figure if it's positive 25 or negative 25. So this is negative 5. This is negative 20. Yes. Real quick, just to show you, after you have completed a question and you want to see how they did it, you totally can see a step-by-step solution. And that's really handy. I would suggest that you don't use that option until you've successfully answered, well, I guess successfully or not successfully answered the question. But don't go straight for the hint, because if you go straight for the hint, then it automatically counts that you've got a wrong answer. And then this last question, no, no, yes, yes, no. All right, let's see the summary. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about with the quizzes, is that you can gain, you can gain mastery points in multiple different skills at one time. Now, quizzes, getting perfect on quizzes only allows you to get up to 80% mastery, or basically 2 bars. And that's all the higher that quizzes will allow you to go. The only way to get from 80 to 100% would be either to take a unit test, which the unit tests are down here at the bottom of each unit. So you could take a unit test, you could do a mastery challenge, which is one of the things that I would suggest that you do kind of like every day that you log into Khan Academy, because these things, these mastery challenges right at the top of the main course page, they only show up like once a day. But they're really handy on focusing in on 3 different skills that you've already tried and maybe haven't mastered all the way. And so this gives you an attempt to bump things up from, say, 50 to 80 or 80 to 100% mastery on 3 different skills, and you get 2 different questions on 3 different skills. So this is what the mastery challenge looks like, and I don't want to do that right now, some rate conversion. But if I did this, then it would disappear and I would get another one tomorrow. And actually, since I started that, I only have 12 hours to finish that. Ooh, they put me on a timer. Wow. I think that's new. Cool. Anyways, so a mastery challenge is another way to get from 80 to 100%. And the final way to get from 80 to 100% is the course challenge at the bottom. And with things being as they are, this is our best option for a course final. So there are 30 different problems that will be picked somewhat randomly from throughout the course. And yeah, you will answer these 30 problems and get scored for your final exam accordingly. Now, before you take the final exam, I would like to know that you're going to attempt it. And then I would also like to know when you've finished, and so that I can, take a look at how you did and all that kind of stuff. So do let me know if you're going down here to the course challenge. But yeah, there's 3 ways to get from 80% to 100, and that is unit test, mastery challenge up at the top, or course challenge down at the bottom of the main page. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I would just suggest for the whole pace of the course, start into a unit, work all the quizzes, get your, scores so that they are around 80% mastered, and then take the unit test. And then move on. Once you've passed the unit test and you've got, a decent amount of mastery points for a given section, I would say move on to the next one. And if there are a few points that are left over that you have not quite got yet, or I don't know how to say that, that you haven't earned yet, you can always use a mastery challenge to get those little bit of extra points along the way. So I wouldn't sweat it about having this many points not there in unit 1. I would go ahead and move on to unit 2, and then unit 3, and then unit 4 after you make progress along the way. I think that's an overview of Khan Academy, at least a quick one. Let's go back to the syllabus. All of the stuff in the syllabus is basically a repeat of what I have. Maybe there's some extra stuff in there, so go ahead and read the syllabus. I'm not going to discourage you from doing that. I guess one thing I haven't said yet is that there are some links here in order to help you sign up online. I'm probably going to make an announcement to help you do that, so I probably don't need to do too much here. But yeah, use that link and you would sign up for a specific class. It should have this code for our class. And that's so that I can see you and that you can get your progress actually credited to you. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and skip down to the course grade. Attendance is a part of the course grade for this course. Again, that is to encourage us to be more of a classroom community where we are constantly in communication with one another rather than just feeling lonely doing math all alone. So the main thing about attendance is that I would like you to just let me know if you're going to need to miss class before class actually happens. Excused absences will be completely fine this semester. It's just beneficial to know beforehand. And so, yes, I am going to have an attendance grade where, when we meet and you're there and you're participating, you're going to get full credit for that. Not showing up at all would be 0. And then late might look a little bit different this semester, but what I'm leaning towards right now is, for instance, maybe you sleep in on a day. If you come and check in with me during one of my office hours that day, I think we could, make the late credit actually happen rather than just 0%. But yeah, we are going to have a Zoom call for each class. And so attending via Zoom counts as full credit. And being in class definitely counts as full credit. So this 50 points should be really easy to get for you. It's just being there. Unit tests, there are 14 of them. As long as you pass each unit test, I will give you the full 5 points for each unit test. So there's a total of 70 up for grabs there. Again, you can take those unit tests as many times as you need. So that should be 70 out of 70. Khan Academy course mastery percentage, that is the overall percentage up here in the top left-hand corner. Right now, mine is 22%, which is not a good place to end the semester. But yeah, I will curve this score, whatever percent that you have here, I will add 10% to it, because I really do believe that having a mix of 80% and 100% mastered skills is realistic. Getting everything to 100% is tedious. So yeah, 90% will give you complete full credit for this one. And then your final exam will be the course challenge, where you do something that has 30 questions, and you'll get 60 points for that. So 2 points per question. That makes for 280 points total in the class. I think all of these are very doable. It just will take a sustained effort over time and continued communication. Yeah, so this is about classroom behavior and attendance, and I've kind of already talked about that. Yeah, you're totally welcome to join class via Zoom with our online option this semester. And if you're feeling sick and if you have a legitimate excuse for why you cannot attend class, I will definitely dole out the excused absences this semester. And yeah, we can catch up when you feel better. If I need to quarantine, I won't be going to the DERThic lab. I will be joining Zoom from my house. And if I am sick, then we will arrange to have, tutoring services available to you. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Anyways, I think that the way that this class is set up, we should be fairly flexible with whatever this semester throws at us. But please, if you are sensing anything where that might cause you to struggle, let me know as soon as you can, and we'll work through it. Again, office hours, virtually. If you need to speak in person, let me know. Calculator usage, that's not something that I mentioned yet about Khan Academy. In several of these, let's see if we can go to a word problem here. Sometimes the word problems are, killing me. This one doesn't have a calculator to it. Oh, I guess this one's just writing a function. Ooh, algebraic. Oh, numerical. Let's try this one. Okay. Increases by 41% each year. Do that. Oh, okay. So at least in this section, again, you're not going to have to use a calculator too much with Khan Academy. And that's something that I really like about it. It focuses more on the concepts rather than just calculation. But there are some problems where there will be an on-screen calculator that you can use. And honestly, in algebra, I don't think it makes too much of a difference to use calculators. Especially if you're, checking yourself. Yeah. What expression gives the painting? Okay. So it'll be 150. Yeah, this one. Okay, so none of these, again, have any calculators. Sorry, I should have looked up to see if any of these have an on-screen calculator. It really just says show calculator. It's a little blue box. And yeah, feel free to use that if you need to, or feel free to use your own calculator. If you need accommodations to help you succeed in this class, first, please contact Heather Jackson, and then yeah, she will send me an email and we will do whatever we need to make sure that you can be successful in this class. As far as academic integrity goes, like it or not, since we are away from each other, a lot of your learning this semester, not just in my class, but in every class, is going to be done in concert with your own integrity. So yeah, I definitely would discourage you from cheating yourself out of a learning experience. There's not a whole lot I can do, honestly, in an online environment to, make sure that you're not having somebody else do your work or something like that. But I would really encourage you just to do the honest thing, and I am here to help. I really want to help you succeed in this class. So don't feel like you have to cheat to be successful. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for you just to learn this semester and have hopefully lots of one-on-one attention given to you. Anyways, yeah, just do the right thing. And here's a suggested pacing throughout the semester. It's very possible that you might need to treat some of this work as homework in order to keep progress going. But you can see that I've scaled progress about 10% per week over the first 5 weeks because you will be able to make progress faster at the beginning of the semester than at the end. That's just the way that it happens with kind of the easier topics that you're more familiar with happen at the beginning, and then you get towards the harder stuff at the end. So this is really just a suggestion for how much progress you will have. And I do want to let you know that it is copied over here in our Canvas calendar to help remind you. So that I am teaching this Math 111 class at the same time as Math 90. And so both of your classes are showing similar things here on the old Canvas calendar. But Canvas calendars are really cool. It has all of your, class events and quizzes and assignments and all that stuff on here. These percent reminders are just to remind you by the end of the week. It'd be really nice if you were there. That means that you are, on pace to succeed and finish by the end of the semester. Here's the midterm grade rubric. That is just for midterm grades, doesn't affect your final grade at all. And yeah, this is going off of your main course progress percentage in Khan Academy as to which of these grades that I'll give you for the midterm. But yeah, things can change after midterms, but I would encourage everyone to shoot for this one, to have at least 50% of Khan Academy done before we get to October 14th. That's the end of the syllabus. And I probably forgot some stuff, and I probably will need to, send you some Canvas announcements to make sure that everything's working. But basically, plan on joining a Zoom meeting, sharing your screen during each Zoom meeting so that I can help, and I can actually annotate on your screens to help you, which I think could be a really, nice way to learn math this semester. Even if you're going to be in class, I'd still like you to join the Zoom meeting, so that I don't have to necessarily walk around the room and, break that 6 feet of social distance every time that I walk around. Normally, I'm a creep and I walk around the room and look over people's shoulders and say, "Hey, how you doing? You're working on some math? Great. Can I help you on this? No. Oh, well, anyways, this semester, I think it would be beneficial for everybody if we're on a Zoom meeting, and yeah, I can help you that way. One thing, this is mainly for outside of the classroom, and I guess I don't have, Zoom does not like recording itself, so you are not seeing this window. Real quick, I'm going to, oh, I don't want to screenshot this part. Let me go to the chat. The lesser known part of Zoom is that there are chat channels in Zoom, which is kind of like a group text. Get out of here. I'm just going to go down to the bottom of our syllabus and we can paste this image there. Boom. So now you should be able to see the Zoom window that I had open. And this is a chat channel inside of Zoom where we'll be able to chat things to one another. It's a great way for you to just, if you've got a quick question, you could take a screenshot of what you're doing and you could post it here, and I could, help you out with a solution. Whether that, even during office hours, if you just want to, this chat channel could be used inside, outside of office hours. Just a nice way for us to be able to check in quickly and not have to send 1,000 emails to each other. This is actually probably a better way to get in contact with me this semester, because in my regular email address, I get so many just extra things, and it would be nice to have a direct line to you via this. And the Zoom chat channel is better than Canvas's chat feature. So I think we'd go with this. Anyways, thank you for listening. I definitely look forward to seeing you in class. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna have to create more tutorials for different things, but that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. All right, let's see.